Check. Check. How's that audio? Check, check. Welcome. Oh, touchdown. That was too easy. Cooper Cup. Oh, what's the flag down? Looks like it's on the defense. Roughing the passer. How does a dude get that wide open? I don't even know. No, 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 no. Don't give it to her. She's eating her food. Yeah. Word. What's up, y'all? About to kick this off for a second. Oh, about a minute. What is that? Not on the screen. All right. It is 9:00 and we are live. Back again. Back in the garage. The Greg Green live stream. I appreciate those who are already here. If you want to identify yourself in the chat, that'd be great. If not, that's cool too. But thank you for swinging by. Holla at your boy Greg on the Greg Green live stream. Don't forget, as always, whether you're watching this on live right now or you're watching it back on the replay, be sure you jump over to YouTube, like and subscribe. If you're watching on Facebook, like and subscribe. Well, there's no subscription thing on Facebook, is there? But just like it. Much appreciated. And if you're on Twitch, go to Greg Green Live on Twitch. I'm streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch as we speak this very moment. So, like I said, I'm back in the garage again. Last time I was on, I went outside on the back porch. It was pretty cool, but it's not quite fall yet, so the bugs are still coming out, and it's still a little humid. Not too bad. So just a little bit too hot. Well, it was too hot, especially at nighttime. It's not bad right here in September. But the bugs, man, because I had to use these lights, because if I'm outside at nighttime, you can't see me. So you got to have lights and attract bugs. And so I had to bring it back inside today. But happy to be back. It's been a couple of weeks. I've been doing some traveling. Went to my hometown a couple of weeks ago to Sherman. Shout out to Sherman. I love y'all. Went to Houston a week after that to see my boy Tim. That was great. So now it's been a while since I've been on. So I'm back on the Gregory live stream. I know last time I told y'all I was going to do this on Friday nights, but it's just been a little busy. So Fridays more work. What's up, Juan? I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Make sure you give me a like on that. So yeah, back. It's football season, so we're gonna talk a little football. But when I was back in Sherman, uh, well, I knew about Snoop's wine because every time I go into Costco, I always see it in there, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm not buying a Snoop's wine. You know, it's just like a $9-10 wine. That's cool. I don't really drink wine like that, really. I just don't. But when I was at home a couple of weeks ago, at a little cookout, my cousin had some. And so I said, well, I might as well try it. It's here. And you know what? It was okay. So now I'm here talking to you about it because, hey, it wasn't bad. I got a little buzz after about two little glasses, about like this size. Now I'm not drinking it right now. I'm drinking some other cheap shit. But I just want to give a quick. I'm not getting paid any money for this. Obviously, I'm not. No one wants to give me any money to promote their stuff. I just want to share because I like it. If I didn't like it, I would. I would have probably never tried it. But or if I tried it, I didn't like it. I probably wouldn't come on and say Snoop's wine is awful. But since I do like it, it's I thought I would just kind of show it. So it's called 19 Crimes. And I know on my agenda that I put on Facebook, I was supposed to get some shout outs and I totally skipped that. So why don't I do that right now? A few shout outs. I put on the description in Facebook that by the way, how's the volume or how's the audio? Is it okay? A couple times I came on, I started going for like one time I went for like a half hour talking. I didn't even know there was no audio. And then somebody that was watching let me know, hey, we can't hear you. So Juan, if you're there, how's the audio? Can you hear me, buddy? How's it sound before I give my shout outs? Because I want to make sure that the sound is on. So, volume is perfect. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. So the sound is good. So the sound is working. Everybody can hear me. I want to give a shout out to a couple of people that I've just been seeing a lot on like the video grind or the TikTok grind. Obviously, I'm here doing this whenever I can. And so I definitely want to show love to those out there that are just putting out whatever they want to put out because it's not easy. It's just fun for me, but making the time and then, thinking about what you want to talk about is just, sometimes it's crazy. So, but I have been seeing a couple people that I know from back home in Sherman, and I want to give a couple of shout outs. So I wish I was, I guess I could later to share some of the stuff that I like that they do, but I just want to show some love to them because, they on the grind. That's what it's all about. So first, Bridget Wright, formerly Bridget Wright. I think her married name is Lavelle or something like that. I don't have my stuff pulled up, but Bridget has turned up her TikTok game like you wouldn't believe. I know a lot of old folks like me aren't like some of y'all might not even know what TikTok is, but if you know what it is, you know what it is. And you can, the first few times I've gotten on TikTok, you can really go down like a rabbit hole of just swiping because they got a lot of funny shit on there. There's a lot of people out there, just regular people like you and me doing some really funny shit and they put it on TikTok and it's funny. So I can get lost in that sometimes. But Bridget's stepping up her TikTok game. I see her. She posts something every day on TikTok. She puts it on her IG. She throws it on her Facebook too. And so she's just really, she's putting herself out there. It's not easy. So shout out to you. And then Christy Lee, I love her intro. When she comes on, she always says, what's up, everybody? It's your girl, Christy Lee. I want to give her a shout out because she's just out there putting out content. I love it when she brings her son, JJ, on. It's one of my favorite things to watch on Facebook right now. And so it is a grind. So Christy, I support you, whatever you're doing out there in the social media world, just to, put yourself out there. I saw you doing some fitness things too. Kind of like this is what I started out with, just talking about mostly like fitness in my 50s. I'm still, gonna have those conversations as well, but I just really don't know where this is going. I get on and talk about whatever. Right now, it's like football season's here, so I'm gonna do a little bit of sports tonight, but I'm gonna promote a new show that I'm doing with my cousin. So he saw me do a couple of he just watched a couple of my shows and he calls me up. He's like, "Hey man, me and we should do like a football show, just talking about every week in the football." I'm like, "Yeah, bro, let's do it. Let's do it." That's what I'm all about, bringing people together, just doing things. You can have like multiple channels here, doing whatever you want to do, just to have fun and put stuff out there, right? And if you want to monetize it at some point, why not? There's people out there, making, good change, just having a good time. And that's what I'm all about. So I'm going to talk about that show a little bit later that we got coming up. We're going to do that on Tuesday nights. My cousin Shaw. I got to figure out what we're going to call that, but I'm going to have to create a different channel for that. But we're going to do it right here the first time on Tuesday night. So we want to wait till after the Monday night game. Then on Tuesday night, we'll recap the whole week. I'm going to touch on a little bit because it wasn't, the Cowboys played on Thursday. So definitely want to talk about that. Oh, fucking heartbreaker, man. Heartbreaker. By the way, earmuffs for the kiddos. I do tend to, use adult language because I am an adult and I'm expressive. And so if the kiddos are on or looking or watching and, they're sensitive to what some call, bad language, then just be aware that this is an adult program. But anyway, I was promoting a new show that I want to do. I'll do that again later. But I was shouting out some people, Bridget Wright and Christy Crawford, Christy Lee. I just wanted y'all to know that I see y'all out there. Y'all probably not watching this right now, but I'll make a little clip or something just to put it out so maybe you'll see it. But I just want to show love to you guys out there on the grind, doing what you do on social media for whatever reason you're doing it. I just want you to know that I see you and I appreciate you, and I'll give you a like whenever I do show. So another shout I want to give is to my twin daughters, man. They just turned 8 years old on Friday. That's why I didn't do the show this Friday. I want to do, like I said, I want to do it every Friday, just right around 9:00. I'm probably gonna do another show on Tuesdays. I'm just talking about that. But the reason I do it this Friday is because my twin daughters, Nico and Louie, are 8 years old. They were 8. Well, they turned 8 years old on Friday. Right over here on a little wall, we have like a little marker that we put every year to check how much they've grown, and it's just crazy. So we did that. We put a new line on there, put the date on there. And before, like, one of the twins was a lot shorter than the other, and then it was weird. This in like 6 months, they both grew, but the one that was shorter grew more because now they're exactly the same. So it's just crazy watching twins grow up. And yeah, man, I'm just happy. I'm just fortunate to have them in my life. So shout out to my girls, Nico and Louie. They are 8 years old, second graders. Yeah, bless their hearts. The party's still going now. It's crazy because my granddaughter, Trinity, her birthday is tomorrow. So she's going to be 3, the daughter of my oldest daughter, Asia, who's Trinity is going to be 3 tomorrow. So I already got a little present and everything. Actually hung out with them today. We had sushi for brunch today over in, shout out to Kura Sushi in Austin, North Austin, over there on Lamar, if you're local. Went and had some sushi for brunch today. It was fantastic. I've been there a couple of times, but I met my daughter, my granddaughter, and my son-in-law there. We enjoyed a little bit of sushi today. So shout out to Trinity. Her birthday is tomorrow. Shout out to my twin daughters, Nico and Louie, whose birthday was Friday. So want to give those shout outs really quick. All right. What are we going to get into next here? I was talking about Snoop's wine, right? So let me back up a little bit because also let me know how y'all like this view because normally I'm a little bit closer in, and so I don't have as much like space. To me, it feels like you can only see my head. There's not a lot of space at the top. I can blow myself up here, and then yeah, boom. All right. Somebody said Jameis and the Saints. That's right. That's right. I'm gonna talk about that a little bit later. I appreciate that. Um, but yeah, let me know how is that too much space between me and like DJ guy in the back? Because normally I'm a little bit closer. Now I feel like I only got like half my body showing, so it just feels weird to me. But I want to get a little bit more of the background in the photo. But if that looks fine, great. If it doesn't, let me know. But we're going to talk a little bit of, before we talk about football, we're going to talk about cheap wine because I was saying earlier that, every time I go to Costco, I would always see this Snoop Dogg branded cheap wine. It's called 19 Crimes. And I always see it there. And I was like, okay, yeah, cool. Snoop's got a new, he's selling wine now. Snoop's selling everything. Snoop is like the coolest. Like I've got like, and one day we'll do a show. I've got like a list of like my top rappers that are like 45 or older. And Snoop is on that list. But out of everybody on that list today, like right now, today, Snoop is the coolest. He is the coolest, like old rapper right now is Snoop. He's the number one coolest dude, right? So I see this bottle of champagne or wine, red wine in Costco all the time. But I was like, yeah, I'm not going to get that. It's cool to us, Snoop. I mean, yeah, it's cool. Snoop has a wine now. He's selling everything. And I was talking about how cool he is. And then he's like, have y'all seen his Corona commercials? Those are the coolest. So Snoop is the coolest rapper I don't know if he's quite 50 yet. Oh, I got tacos coming. Thank you, baby. I appreciate it. Oh, tacos delivered to me while I talk about Snoop and his wine. Yes. Just give me 1 second while I get myself situated here. Not very many people here anyway, but I appreciate you staying with me, those that are here. Again, it's the Greg Green live streaming live right now on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. And if you're watching right now, don't forget to like whatever platform you're watching on. If you're watching on the replay, don't forget to like and subscribe to Greg Green live stream. I'm trying to just do this more and more. Right now, I'm watching the Rams game. I'm talking about Snoop's wine that he has. My kids are yelling in the back. I don't know if you can hear that. And I got just some tacos right here that were just sent to me. I'm going to be eating those. So, just don't mind me. I'm having a late dinner while I watch the game. But back to Snoop's wine, right? So Snoop's wine here on the Greg Green Live Show. I don't get paid for this. But so I see this all the time whenever I go to Costco, right? And I never, I just see it. Yeah, it's cool, Snoop, great. I never thought I would, buy any of it. But I went to a cookout a couple of weeks ago, and my cousin there had a bottle. And so I said, I see it all the time. Why don't I try it? Just to feel sort of touchdown for the Bears. So they'll make a little bit of a comeback. Anyway, so I thought I'd try it to see kind of what. Now, when I first tasted it, I was like, it's just, it tastes like cheap wine, whatever. It was okay, but it was warm, right? It was warm. But what I liked about it, so it was no big deal when I first tried it, but what I liked about it, I only had a couple of glasses, and man, I was in like a really, really good place. I was like in a good place. I was like, okay, got a little buzz. I'm feeling good. Snoop shit's all right. I'm not even like, I don't even drink wine. I don't like expensive wine, cheap wine, whatever. But hey, I'm gonna start drinking this because, it just kind of gets you where you want to be when you want to be there, without a lot of craziness. Now, so I had it there at the barbecue, and then I was like, okay, that's cool. It gave me a little buzz, so I wanted, just buy it for myself. So next time I went to Costco, I bought a bottle, and then so now every now and then I'll have some of Snoop's wine. It's really good. Takes you a couple glasses to get you where you want to be. He's not paying me for this, but it's a Cali Red. It says. Let me read the back for you. It's pretty cool, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about how hip hop is like just taking over like everything. Hip hop is selling wine now. The music is all over the NFL and the NBA. So I think that's pretty cool. But on the back of this thing, it says 19 Crimes tells a true story of rule breakers who beat the odds, overcame adversity, and went on to become folk heroes in their society. So see, Snoop's on this, so they're talking about Snoop, right? What's it got to do with wine, though? Anyway, it says, this spirit lives on today through innovations and culture creators like Cali's own Snoop Dogg. Dude, Snoop is getting paid for this. A leader in the commentary and pop culture, Snoop embodies the timeless values of the 19 Crimes road who came before him. Learn more about this on the19crimes.com. So Snoop selling wine. I don't promote a whole lot of stuff, and I don't get paid for this, obviously, but this is okay. I'm actually drinking a little bubbly right now. It's not Snoop's wine. I'm saving this for a different day. And so I'm just sipping on some other stuff. I don't even know what it is, but hey, it's got me in a good place. It's got me in a good place. What can I say? So try it. Next time you see it, you probably see it in Kroger or HEB or whatever. That's where I found it, in Costco. And I like it. I like it. Now, let's go a little bit of football. This is the Greg Green live stream, streaming live on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. Please remember to like and subscribe. The Cowboys open the season on Thursday night. I'm going to talk a lot more detail about this game on Tuesday night next week or this week. But I just want to touch on it a little bit because, I know everybody's been kind of wondering, if you're a Cowboy fan anyway, what's Dak going to be like when he gets back? What's the defense going to be like? They got the new defensive coordinator. We think we have a high-powered offense because we got, a lot of, three really good receivers, and, we got Zeke back there. But no one's really sure. Well, actually, people were sure, right? Because everybody, all the, the sports experts in the mainstream media, everybody, except for a few, were predicting the Cowboys were going to get blown out. They were predicting that the Cowboys were going to get blown out. And I didn't know. They're playing Super Bowl champs. It's Tom Brady. If I wasn't a Cowboy fan, I'd probably be saying, yeah, they're going to get their ass beat, right? But when you're a Cowboy fan, you can't, there's always a chance. There's always a chance when you're a Cowboy fan. Because we're going through Super Bowl every year, just like we are this year. But so you could, if you were a betting guy or girl or person and you know a little bit about football, you probably would not have bet on Dallas to win that game. And everybody knows by now they didn't win, but they almost did. If that kicker would have made it, just I'm telling y'all, I was prepared. I had my jersey on. I was prepared to go live as soon as that game ended if Dallas would have won that game. I was prepared for that. And I was just going to talk all kinds of shit because I wasn't saying anything. I was just hoping that the Cowboys would have a chance to win, play well enough to have a chance to win, and they did. Now, a lot of questions were about Dak, and he had the injury last year. He had surgery. would he be the same? Would he be tentative? He didn't play in the preseason, didn't play one snap in the preseason. There's no way he's going to come in here and ball out having not played for so long. He missed more than half of last year. But Dak balled out. They lost, but Dak balled out. Put some respect on his name. People question about, now I know it's just one game. This is just one game. I get it. But Dak balled, man. That's all there is to it. He balled out. The pick that he threw was because CeeDee Lamb, my God, bro. Another reason, or another person that contributed, CeeDee made a lot of good plays in that game. So I appreciate that. But, man, had he caught that one that he dropped that got intercepted, score on that drive. The kicker makes, an extra point and a chip shot field goal. That's 4 points right there. Just saying. I'm just saying. I know it's one game, but I think they're going to be pretty good. Now, after watching all the games today, though, it's like, wow. The NFC, and Rams just scored again. Cooper Kupp, second touchdown. Rams, whew, they're looking good tonight. We're going to talk about Jameis a little bit later, but the Saints look good. The Cardinals look fantastic. The Eagles, the Cowboys, even though they lost, they look great. Man, right now it's going to be hard to call the NFC. But I will make this prediction right now. Whoever comes out the NFC is going to win the Super Bowl. I love my homeboy. Whatever, they had a great comeback win today. I'm just saying, the winner of the Super Bowl this year, if I can make a prediction just today, week 1, starting out, right? One more game to go. Well, this game is halfway done. One more game tomorrow night. I would predict that just off the games today, somebody from NFC is going to win Super Bowl. I don't know who's going to come out. Packers get beat down. You don't know if they're going to, stay that beat down because it's just one game. But the NFC just looks really, 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 really strong. Everyone knows who's going to come out of the AFC. Everybody knows that the Chiefs are going to come out of the AFC. I know the Browns give them a run today, and the Browns looking a lot better, but it's probably going to be the Chiefs. 1 second. Oh, it's delicious. My God. That's pretty good. So, anyway, NFC is looking strong. Just put some respect on Dak's name. There was a lot of haters out there. I'm going to talk about this with my cousin, who's like the number 1 Dak hater on Tuesday night. He's a Steelers fan. Never been to Pittsburgh, but whatever. Yeah. NFC is going to be tough. It's going to be super tough. Put some respect on Dak's name. I'm going to break down. Well, I'm not going to break down the game. I'm just going to talk shit about it on Tuesday night with my cousin when it's going to be just all football, right? I'm just going to do a little touch on it today to set that up, but it's going to be fun. But I'm just saying, if you watch the game Thursday night, Dak balled out. If you think they didn't, then you're just a hater, and that's all there is to it. Coming off that injury, playing like, one thing I had in my mind the whole time. Everybody was saying like Dak's going to be rusty because he hadn't played in so long. My thing was, I look back at his rookie season. I'm just like, that was more pressure than coming back from that injury to me. He just came in and did his thing. And that's what he did on Thursday night. He showed out, right? Had not for the kicker and some drop passes, they win that game. They beat Super Bowl champs. So they got a chance to go. But the only thing is the NFC is just so freaking like there's too many good teams. The Saints, the Cardinals. I know the Packers got beat today, but they're going to be back. The Eagles even. It's crazy. It's crazy. But what about that game today from Jameis Winston? That was crazy. This is the Greg Green live stream. Stream live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. I appreciate you that are here. I forgot I should put my I always put the link in the chat in case anyone wants to jump in and kind of chime in on what I'm BSing about. Mm-hmm. If you're there and you want to come on camera, just click on the link I'm about to put in the chat right now. Boom. And then I'm going to put it in the Facebook chat too. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Hello, Greg on YouTube and Twitch. Normally I have somebody from Twitch watching every show. Every show I do, there's at least, I don't have like a huge following on Twitch. I don't have like a zero. Like right now, there's one person on Twitch. There's always one person on Twitch that's watching. And it's sometimes the same person, sometimes it's a random different person. But it's crazy because like I'm never on Twitch hardly, but I just stream on there. But every time I go live, there's always one. If I could have zero, and then I get one person on, it'll be from Twitch. So I appreciate you, Twitch follower. You should put yourself in the chat so I can shout you out. I appreciate that. But anyway, Jameis Winston today. A lot of doubt, kind of like Dak, right? A lot of doubt because Drew Brees retires, and oh my God, we've got Jameis Winston. He's not Drew Brees. You know, he's got this other guy, Tatum, that's competing for the role as well, who's a runner. But some of y'all almost forgot, Jameis Winston was a number one pick overall in the draft in 2015, coming off a national title, Florida State. So the boy can play, and he showed that today. Now, did he have some bad years at Tampa Bay? Well, yeah. He threw a lot of interceptions the last time he started for a team. But he threw a lot of touchdowns too, like he did today. 5 touchdowns today from Jameis. 5. That's crazy. That is crazy. Where's my chat? What's up, y'all? What's up in the chat? Oh yeah, I was gonna put that link in the Facebook too. Give me 1 second in the comments. I'm throwing in the link to join if you want to swing through and holler at your boy Greg. I do this for that reason. I want people to jump on, chime in. But if you don't, like I always say, I just run my mouth on my own, do my thing. So I threw the link in the chat, the StreamYard link, if you want to come on, say what's up, talk about Jameis, talk about Dak, talk about next week or all the other games this week. But Jameis Winston balled out today, threw 5 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. He's known for throwing a lot of interceptions back when he started for Tampa Bay before he was replaced by Tom Brady. And they kicked him to the curb, but he backed up Drew Brees last year, but Drew Brees retired, and now he's a starter, and he balled out. I'm very interested to see if that continues. 5 touchdowns today, no interceptions, Jameis Winston. Now, hold on. Taco Tuesday. It's Sunday, though. Got some tacos. You know what I do? Gregory live stream, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, talking about Jameis Winston balling out. Also watching the Bears and the Rams duke it out at the same time. It's almost over. It's almost over. But Jameis 5 touchdowns, no interceptions, really good game. You know, replacing Drew Brees after his Hall of Fame career. Everybody knows Drew Brees going to Hall of Fame. But what you saw from Jameis today was you saw what was missing from Drew Brees' game. 2 things that I noticed. One was the deep ball. It was kind of cool today because in the Sunday night pregame, you know, Drew Brees is working for NBC right now. So in the pregame, Drew Brees kind of called out that someone else on his network called out that's what the Saints were missing, the deep ball, because Brees can't throw it that far. But Drew Brees kind of like, you know, respectfully called that out himself when he was kind of doing a highlight of the Saints game. I thought that was cool. But Jameis just balled out, and what I was saying was that the things that he brings to the table that Drew Brees did, it was 1, just the long ball, and then 2, his ability just to use his feet to make plays. Jameis is at Florida State. Jameis can run the ball. I mean, he throws it. He's a passer, but if you need a first down, Jameis can get it for you. He's big. He's strong. He's still young. Remember, he was number 1 overall in 2015 for a reason. All it took was some good coaching, right? That's what's crazy about like the talent that you see, that, you know, when people that you think are going to be great in NFL and they just fail, a lot of it has to do with coaching. And Jameis Winston is a perfect example of that, because Sean Payton is just the master of quarterback play and calling plays for specific people. Right? Tampa dropped Jameis because he threw a lot of interceptions, and Tom Brady came in. But Jameis got picked number 1 for a reason. And when you get to the next level, you still need to be developed. And he wasn't getting that. And sometimes, you know, organizations get impatient and they get rid of people. Like, why would you? I know Tom Brady's coming, and he ultimately won a Super Bowl, but Jameis was like, you already invested what you did in him. Luckily for the Bucs, it paid off with them getting rid of him. I'm telling you, they just got lucky, because I think he's going to be good. He's probably in a better situation because he's working with Sean Payton now. And clearly Sean has had some sort of impact on his play. You saw him, you know, when he threw a lot of picks last time he started, you saw him throwing balls away today. You know, when it wasn't there, just throw it away. He wasn't doing that, but he was just throwing it up. That's why he gets a lot of picks. But 5 touchdowns, no picks. I think he brings more than Drew Brees brought at the end of his career, and the Saints are going to be hard to deal with. Did you see their defense today as well? Remember, they were playing against the MVP, Aaron Rodgers. So that defense balled out. Aaron Rodgers did not have a touchdown today. Not a single touchdown. Thank you for the like. I appreciate that. He had not a single touchdown today. So the Saints defense is, for lack of a better term, a force to be reckoned with. It just is. I'm getting a little bit too. I'm telling you, I'm having a football show with my cousin on Tuesday night. Started probably at 9:00. We're going to recap the whole week. we're doing Tuesday night because remember we still have one more game on Monday night. The Bears and the Rams are playing right now. The Rams are up 27-14, but just tonight I just kind of want to touch on Thursday because Thursday seems like it was a long time ago already. And a lot has happened today. People make all these preseason predictions, and you never really know how it's going to turn out. If you think about it, every year there's like a flip, right? Every year you got a few teams that made the playoffs the previous year that don't make it, and you have a few teams that did make it the previous year make it. And so that's what you can see this year. Right now you can see the Saints are going to be good. Even though Cleveland lost today to the Chiefs, Cleveland's going to be good. That running game is tough to deal with. The Rams are going to be good. There's just a lot of really good teams. This is going to be a very, very competitive season. The Cowboys are going to be a lot better, but if they go to the Super Bowl, man, they're going to have to be like the teams are just all too good, especially in NFC. The only prediction I can make right now is that the Super Bowl winners is going to come out NFC. Because we all know that Mahomes and the Chiefs are going to come out AFC. Who else in the AFC is going to beat them? Somebody put in the chat. Put in the chat if you think somebody from AFC is going to represent the AFC in Super Bowl other than the Kansas City Chiefs. What team is going to be? It ain't going to be the Steelers. That's for damn sure. It ain't going to be, I don't know. I can't even think of another. It ain't going to be the Patriots. They got a really quarterback. That's not going to happen. Baltimore, maybe. I don't know. Everyone knows the Kansas City Chiefs are going to win the AFC. The NFC, though, whoa. Is anybody's. It could be a number. It could again, based off today, NFC is going to be a tough conference. So yeah, put some respect on Dak's name. Put some respect on Jameis's name because they just balled out. Jameis won, Dak didn't, but they balled out. Shout out to Tyrod Taylor, man. This was on the agenda, but again, like Jameson, not a lot of high expectations for Tyrod with Deshaun not playing and, he being a journeyman, going from team. I feel like Tyrod Taylor is on a different team every year. And at some point, he always starts or gets some playing time. And he always plays well. And he balled out today. Now, I know they were playing Jacksonville. I know they were playing Jacksonville, but it's the NFL, right? It would be one thing if that game was close, but he balled out and the Texans pretty much dominated that whole game. And I know the Jaguars got a new head coach coming out of college, a rookie quarterback. The rookie quarterbacks never do good. Even when, the first round draft, they never do good their first year. But the Texans suck too. So he went out and did his thing. I'm interested to see what he did. I don't know when they play next week, but I just want to give a shout out to Tyrod Taylor, man. He balled. Some people don't even know who he is. You don't even know. You don't even know. Because he's a professional, man. He just show up and play. He's a baller. I would just give him the job. After today's performance, I don't know what's going to happen with Deshaun. Obviously Deshaun is just like an unbelievable player. And you can't just like throw him away. But he got problems right now. He got problems. And Tyrod is there, filling in the gap, consummate professional, doing his thing. And Houston came out with a victory today. A huge victory. We'll see what they do the rest of the way. Because it was sort of like a toss up between who's going to be the two worst team, who's going to be the worst team in the NFL this year, the Texans or the Jaguars. So right now it's the Jaguars. They suck. It remains to be seen if the Texans suck because they won, but we'll see how that pans out. But yeah, Tyrod Taylor had an excellent game today. Did his thing. Deshaun Watson's going to be out for who knows how long. He may not even play ever in Houston again. But yeah, there's that. So don't want to get too much into it. I'm going to do a show on Tuesday night. It's gonna just recap the entire week. I've got my cousin Shad coming on with me. It was his idea to do this together on a Tuesday after the Monday night game, just to recap the whole week and kind of talk a little shit because he's a huge Pittsburgh Steelers fan. I'm a huge Cowboys fan, but whenever those teams aren't playing, we have civil conversations about the rest of the league, right? When it comes to the Cowboys and the Steelers, there's no objectivity. So that just is what it is. Cheers to you. If you're here taking a peek, I appreciate it. Don't forget to share. I always say like and subscribe, but I never say share. By now, I figure if you're watching, one of the few people that are watching this, like live, you probably already like or already subscribed. So I'll just say share it today. Just shoot it out, whatever platform you're on. Just share it, and maybe somebody else will peek in. I put the link in the chat, so if anybody wants to jump on and talk about, their thoughts of the week, week one in football. Again, I'm going to be doing a different show on Tuesday night, recapping the whole week with my cousin Shad. But I just kind of want to touch on some of it tonight because a lot of good games, a lot of surprises, a lot of surprise performances. And it was just really cool, man, to have football back. And it sort of makes you forget about all the other bullshit that's happening in this country, right? All the, all the polarization with just, a lot of different shit, right? Football, the one thing about sports is in particularly football, it just brings people together. And I haven't thought about any of all the other bullshit since the Cowboy game on Thursday night. All the other shit that divides, people in this country. I don't even, there's something in front of my face every day about that shit all the time on my feed or wherever. But ever since that Cowboy game on Thursday, I haven't even that's just hadn't even been a part of my neurons, hasn't even gone through that shit. Whatever, it's just been excitement about football. There's something to be said about watching a football game with a group of people. And it's just, even if it's a small group, it's and that game on Thursday night was just classic. And the Cowboys played so well and it was so close, they had a chance to win. And, I had a friend over and, it was just it was just fun just to interact and talk and watch the game and just not to think about all the bullshit. So yeah, man, I'm so happy that football is back. It's just such I don't know. It's crazy because why? Or if you look on the field, you imagine if you ever played on a football team, that you're on a team with at least 22 people and from all different, types of backgrounds. But everybody likes football and everybody wants to win. And so you put all the bullshit aside and you come together and you play. It's the same thing as a fan just watching and enjoying the game. It's everybody's kind of getting together. Even if, you like different teams, it's just fun to interact and to talk shit respectfully, right? I just don't understand why that can happen in, you know, in the political sphere of this country. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. But anyway, it's good that football's back. It's good to see that, you know, the fans are in the crowd. And it was again, that Cowboy game was super fun for me to watch. Even the Cowboys lost, they balled out. They should have won, but it was just fun, just being in the moment, right? Watching it and having, you know, and seeing a competitive football game. So throw in the chat who your team is if you want to. I'm just doing a quick little recap of week one. Going to do a different show on Tuesday night with my cousin, and we're gonna like talk about, you know, week one, and Stafford goes to the end zone again. He missed it, and we're gonna you know, just talk shit, man. It's that time of year. It's starting to get cooler outside. Probably in a few more, maybe probably sometime next month. October's like one of my favorite months because that's when the weather is the best. I'll take the show back outside. I did it outside a couple of weeks ago on my back patio. It was cool little scenery and everything, but it's just like the bugs were still around. It's summer and they can't do the bugs, so had to bring it back into the garage today. And we'll get back out there because it was cool to be out there. But talk about a little bit of football. Gonna do a new show on Tuesday with my cousin. We're gonna just like be talking shit about whatever, all things football. I've got I plan to have a couple other folks on too next week. I'm gonna be so when I first started right before COVID. Again, you're watching the Gregory live stream. I'm almost done. Bear with me. It's gonna be a short one tonight, but back before COVID hit in 2020, I was working with some of my friends to put together a show like this, and it just sort of, you know, COVID hit, it just fell through, right? But I'm gonna have them dudes come on here. When did we say? Monday night, next Monday night. And I know a couple weeks ago I said I'm gonna do every Friday night. I think I'm gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna do that or not. I don't know. It'll be one day during the week every week. Fridays seem to be cool. I know a lot of people are watching high school football on Fridays, but usually as the evening wraps up, you know, you can come on and check it out. But it'll be Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. But there's gonna be another show on Tuesday. But yeah, so I had a couple buddies that I was going to do a show with before the pandemic hit, and it just fell through. And now they're going to come on next Monday night, and we're going to break down. We're going to rank some of the recent hip hop releases that came out in 2021. Like you know, Kanye came out with a new joint. Drake just dropped one. A few months ago, J. Cole dropped one. Tyler the Creator dropped one. So there's a specific group. I got it written down, but we're gonna rank those and discuss those. Obviously, Nas dropped his, and this was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. I can tell you right now that was my number one. But I got a list of releases that came out, and so the group of the show that we had was gonna be called the Social Brothers or Soul Bros. And so those guys are going to come on next Monday night, and we're going to rank some of the hip hop releases that came out in 2021, and just kind of like, you know, try to re-spark that flame again. My goal, obviously, what I would like to do is get that show like going, like, you know, like walking and chewing gum at the same time. I'm gonna still do the Gregory live stream, but that project that I started before with those guys, I would still like to make that happen. And so we're all going to be on next Monday night on the Gregory live stream. So hopefully that doesn't fall through, but you'll meet those guys. We're going to be talking about some of the top hip hop releases that came out in 2021 and ranking them, and then just sort of kind of like I said, I want to kind of rekindle that flame that we had before the pandemic. It kind of fell through. Now it's just a lot easier because then we were planning on doing it all in person, all four of us together in person. And when the pandemic, all these, all these other, ways of operating with, live streaming and podcasting, we can all do it from home. We don't, it's better. We can do it. Everyone can be where they're at, taking care of business. Whereas before, as everyone's just going to try to come here, we're going to have some people on the phone. But there's a lot I didn't know that I know now, and it's all going to happen remotely. So if those guys are listening and watching right now, I do want to get that going on a regular basis. Social Brothers, we've already got the IG created, all that stuff. We just got to do it. It fell through when COVID hit, but I want to bring that back. I'm still going to be doing a Greg Green live stream because you like I said, that didn't work out before. Regardless, I'm going to be doing this. And so I appreciate those who stop in and say, what's up? To say hello and all that. But that's what's coming up next week. All right. So it's about just to check in with the Rams and the Bears. The Rams are about to score again. They're up 27-14. Just got the ball down to the 1 yard line with 3 minutes to go. So this game is pretty much a wrap, unless they turn the ball over. It's a wrap. So there are a few people on the scene. So if anybody wants to just jump in real quick, give their thoughts about week 1 NFL or anything else. Or I was talking about Snoop's 19 crimes, some cheap wine that I initially said I wasn't going to ever try. And then I tried it and I liked it. And now I bought the shit. I'm not drinking it tonight, but I'm drinking some other cheap shit. And I'm in a good place. So I threw the link in the chat. You can see it right there. If you want to come on, there's a few people on. Well, there's one person on. There's always somebody on Twitch. That's crazy. No matter what. Always somebody on Twitch. I appreciate that. Who are you? Who is that out there on Twitch? Come on. Put it in the chat. Just say hey. Anyway, the link is in there. So you can jump on, chime in on week 1. Hey, shout out. I got a few likes. I appreciate Dean, my man Freak Feynman, Kerry Wright, Chris Johnson, my man Chris from Sycamore Street. I appreciate y'all just saying what's up. Give me a like. So, before I go, I might as well share. Oh, man. I got shit on my damn shirt. Well, I'm sorry if that's showing up on the camera, but I didn't mean to do that. So, when I went to my hometown a couple weeks ago, I was staying with my brother, Fonso, and he turned me on to these, I know I always say it wrong, burrito tacos, homemade, right? And he made them, and he showed me the recipe. And his wife, man, I ate out of them shit. Them shits was good. I'm gonna try that when I get home. That was like 2 weeks ago. I done made that shit like 3 times. I made it 3 times since I left Sherman or Melissa, Texas. That's how much I like them. My wife loves them. Trust me, I never cook ever, but I threw down on these things the first time I made them. They keep getting better every time. But yeah, it's a whole process, man. I don't know if I'm ever gonna eat a different type of taco because these things are just all that. Now the trick is, so when it comes to homemade tacos, I don't really like corn tortillas, right? This recipe calls for corn tortillas. So I kind of wanted to, keep it true to the recipe when I was doing it. But the one thing about corn tortillas, if you're frying them, excuse me, sometimes it's hard and they break easy. And I just don't really like the taste of corn tortillas. But HEB, and if you live in Texas, you know what HEB is a grocery store in Texas. They make a tortilla that's half flour, or it's mixed between flour and corn, and it's perfect, right? When you fry it and you can flip it and fold, it doesn't break or anything, and it's delicious. It is delicious. So again, traditionally you would make these tacos with a regular corn tortilla, but I don't really like corn tortillas, and I found some tortillas that are mixed with corn and flour, and they're perfect. When you fry them, they fold, they don't break, they're delicious. You get that little hint of corn that I don't like. I know a lot of people like them, but it's like the perfect way to make these tacos, and shit is just delicious. So that's what I'm snacking on. And so, but I was saying that my brother turned me on to them, and since I came home from visiting him, I've made this shit like 3 times. I made it like the Sunday after I got back. I made it. I was talking earlier about my twin daughters, Nico and Louis. It was their birthday on Friday. I made some for some guests that we had over on Friday, and they were great. And I made some today. Now, the only thing I did different today was instead of using oxtail and chuck roast for the meat, I just used a pork roast. And it was still pretty good. So it's different kind of ways to make it. Traditionally, I think you make it with goat meat, but I don't know where to fucking get goat meat. I eat it, shit, but I just don't know where to get it. So the recipe that I did, the YouTube video that I watched or that my brother sent me, calls for like oxtail, chuck roast, and like some pork ribs, some shit like that. And so I used all that the first few times that I made it, but this time I want to try it with pork. I just got like a pork roast you can get at the meat market. And this is great, man. This is great. So yeah, maybe one day I'll do a show how I make these bad boys, because they are delicioso. Excuse me. But anyway, I was talking about how I made these like 3 times in like the past couple of weeks. I don't know if I don't know if I'll ever eat a different kind of taco. And maybe one day I'll do a show on how I'll make those with the flour. I don't know if HEB is like the only company that makes those corn flour tortilla mix tortillas. I didn't even know they had that shit until I just saw it, and I was like, oh, let me try that, because I don't like corn. I usually eat flour on my tacos, but those are the bomb. These are the bomb. And then you put like a little, some onions and cilantro and tomatoes. Unbelievable. Now, for sure, corn, because I've been on my fitness shit for some time now. Traditionally, I think, well, not traditionally, but corn tortillas are a little bit more healthy than flour tortillas. So if you're doing the whole low carb thing, you probably want to go with corn. But with the mix, I don't know. I didn't even look at the branding because I've got beyond just eliminating 100% of carbs. So I have a little bit. So whenever I make these, it's great. But obviously the vegetables and the meat is all good for you, and the cheese. Use that waka hot. It's spelled with an O, but I think it's pronounced Wakahaya cheese. You get that in the Mexican section at HEB, the Mexican cheese section. But it's delicious. Delicious. So I made those today. But anyway, I put the link in the chat. So if anybody that's watching wants to jump in before I get out of here, just sort of talk about week 1, that'd be cool. Like I mentioned, I'm going to be doing a show on Tuesday night with my cousin after the Monday night game. There's one more game to be played. Looks like the Rams are going to beat the Bears. Earlier, I was talking about how I think that the Super Bowl winner is going to come out NFC. The NFC is going to be so much more competitive than the AFC. I think easy to say that the Chiefs are going to come out of the AFC, but you can't tell me right now you know who's going to come out of the NFC. Especially if the Packers have been good the past couple of years. Everybody thought the Saints were going to be take a step back because they lost Drew Brees, but the Saints are better without Drew Brees, with Jameis. I'm just saying. At least today they were. We'll see what happens, but Jameis was chunking that rock today. He was chunking that rock, and he threw 5 touchdowns, no picks, and Aaron Rodgers had 0 touchdowns. So, again, we'll touch on that a little bit more on Tuesday after the Monday night game, because that way, all the games of week 1 will be over. Shout out to everybody chiming in right now. I appreciate y'all. It's a Greg Green live stream, streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. I always got at least one person from Twitch. Right now, most of the love is coming from Facebook and YouTube, so I appreciate y'all. Don't forget to share. I always say like and subscribe, but if you're watching me now, then you've probably already done that, and I appreciate you. But share it today on whatever platform you're using. Share the video, share the stream. I'll normally put out a few clips later in the week, but today I was just kind of like recapping a little bit of week 1 of the NFL. So if anybody wants to jump in and give their thoughts on it, we talked about Dak balling out. Even though they lost, he just balled out. We talked about Jameis Winston balling out after the Drew Brees left the Saints. We talked about the Packers, just not showing up. Rams are playing right now. The Rams are about to beat the Bears. I think the Bears need to go ahead and just they just need to go ahead and start the rookie. They just need to start the rookie because this game wasn't competitive. It wasn't competitive at all. But it's all good. Oh, also talked about Snoop's wine. 19 Crimes, Cali Red. I recommend it. This is the last time it's going to be on my show, though, like this. I am drinking something tonight. It's not Snoop's wine, but I'm saving that for something different. But just closing out this football game, 34-14, the Bears are losing. Where you at, Scooby? Scooby's always talking shit about the Bears. Let me see. Where's my phone? Let's see if he put anything. I guarantee you, he might have put something out there. Let's see. Saying that the Bears suck. Yes, Scooby, the Bears suck. They're not good at all. Yeah, he put nothing on there. Russell Carter got something on there. He got a Bears jersey on. They lost, bro. That's all I got to say. All right, it's been an hour and 15. I am going to call it an evening. Again, I'm going to be doing a show on Tuesday with my cousin. We're going to be recapping the NFL week. On Monday next week, I'm going to be bringing a few of my friends on. We're going to be ranking some of the hip hop releases that came out in 2021. We're going to talk about that. And then, yeah, we're just going to keep this thing going no matter who's here. I'm doing this for me, and I'm doing it for whoever wants to participate. I'm sorry nobody want to jump in tonight, but that's okay. I'm still going to be here. So with that, thank y'all for chiming in. I appreciate you. The Greg Green live stream. Don't forget to follow me on YouTube, Twitch. Twitch is Greg. Actually, you know what? I'm trying to step up my Twitter game. My Twitter game is lacking. I need to, like, my son is like always on Twitter. He's like, Dad, you need to step up your Twitter game. And I'm like, I know, bro. So let me give y'all my Twitter. So my Twitter is GG Livestream. GGLIVESTREAM. Follow me on Twitter. I was posting a lot on Twitter during the Cowboys game. Oh shit. I was tweeting a lot, but I don't have a lot of nothing on Twitter. So I gotta put that as a drop down next time on my or as a banner on my screen. Because I'm being told I need to step up my Twitter game if I want to expand. So I'm working on that. So my Twitter is GG Livestream. Go ahead and follow me on Twitter, and I'll follow you back. I promise. I will. Don't forget to go over to IG. I probably need to get all my shit the same because everything's different. So my IG is Greg _ Greg in his 50s with the underscores in between all that shit. Greg in his 50s. Follow me on Instagram. I do post clips on Instagram. Sometimes I post clips on Instagram that I don't put on YouTube or Facebook. So look for me on Instagram at Greg in his 50s. I may not be putting any clips for this episode because it's like, I don't know. I didn't get any interaction, other than some likes. But that's okay. I'm gonna keep grinding out. So I'll be back on Tuesday night at 9 p.m. with or without my cousin Shad to just talk football. So if anybody wants to jump on and talk football 100%, we're going to do that on Tuesday night. The reason we're doing it on Tuesday is because we're waiting for that Monday night game to end. I guess we could do it on Monday night, but me and my cousin decided on Tuesday. So that's what we did. Somebody just started following me on the Instagram. I appreciate you. See, all you got to do is ask and people will do it. That's crazy. That's crazy. But anyway, I'm going to get out of here. This game is almost over. It's getting late. I got to work tomorrow. So I appreciate y'all tuning in. We'll be back Tuesday night. And then again on Monday, the 20th for sure. And who knows if I'll jump on, Friday or Saturday before that. If something crazy happens, then I will. So I appreciate y'all and have a good night. Peace.